Elon Musk stormed into Washington like a thunderclap, clutching the reins of the newly created Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, and swearing to slash bureaucracy with the force of a chainsaw. With the full backing of President Donald Trump, Musk was heralded as a maverick visionary who would rip through red tape and carve out trillions in government savings. He was not just another appointee. Musk, the richest man on the planet, campaigned beside Trump, bunked in the White House Lincoln bedroom, and flew on Air Force One. Together, they sold the American public a vision of a lean, agile government freed from the shackles of waste and bloated bureaucracy. But after 4 stormy months, Musk's meteoric tenure came crashing down. On May 28, in a late-night post on X, the platform he owns, Musk made his departure official. The off-boarding process has begun. The White House barely blinked, issuing a calm acknowledgement that his time was up. Trump, on his Truth Social platform the following evening, said Musk's last day was Friday. Yet, in typical Trumpian fashion, he added, but not really, because he will always be with us, helping all the way. Behind that farewell was a growing rift. Musk and Trump diverged over Trump's tax and spend, big, beautiful bill, which Musk saw as undermining DOGE's core mission. Publicly, Musk voiced his frustration. "I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill," he told CBS. "It increases the budget deficit, not decreases it." DOGE, once the centerpiece of Musk's political crusade, had failed to meet its most critical goal. Musk had promised $1 trillion in government savings. He even flirted with a $2 trillion figure on the campaign trail. But the real number, $175 billion, less than 20% of the target. Worse still, watchdogs across the political spectrum accused DOGE of cooking the books. They flagged wildly inflated figures, like an $8 billion cut from a contract that was only worth $8 million. Others noted phantom savings in the Department of Education, totaling hundreds of millions. The backlash didn't stop there. DOGE's mass layoffs triggered expensive legal fights, and the Nonpartisan Partnership for Public Service estimated those efforts alone would cost $135 billion in the current fiscal year, savings quickly swallowed by costs. As DOGE's credibility eroded, so did Musk's standing. Once the loudest voice in Trump's second-term cabinet, Musk shrank into the background. During a critical April meeting, he spoke for just a few minutes. It was a sharp contrast to his earlier dominance, when he wore his tech support shirt and outlined DOGE's sweeping agenda to purge the federal workforce. Legal setbacks piled up. His special government employee status, limited to 130 working days a year, expired. Simultaneously, Tesla reported a jaw-dropping 71% drop in quarterly profits, tightening the squeeze. And Musk wasn't the only one leaving. His inner circle followed him out the door: Steve Davis, Katie Miller, James Burnham. All key DOGE architects. All gone. Yet, Trump's executive order ensures DOGE continues until at least 2026. But without Musk's stardom, its future is uncertain. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt offered no names for Musk's successor, only saying that leadership rests with the cabinet and the president himself. Even DOGE's legal status remained murky. In court filings, Trump lawyers insisted Musk was merely an advisor, not an employee. The official administrator, they argued, was a far less recognizable figure, Amy Gleason. But Leavitt didn't mention her either. Behind closed doors, the cracks had been forming for weeks. Musk grew weary of endless political pushback, courtroom delays, and missed savings targets. His grand plans to rewire the federal government with Silicon Valley efficiency had run headfirst into the wall of reality. The final straw may have been the spending bill. It betrayed everything DOGE stood for, Musk believed. He voiced his dissent, but the administration didn't rally behind him. And so Musk stepped back, declaring he would spend far less on politics. "I think I've done enough," he told the Qatar Economic Forum. DOGE, once the poster child of radical reform, had become a liability. "DOGE is just becoming the whipping boy for everything," Musk complained to the Washington Post. "Something bad would happen anywhere, and we would get blamed." Despite the chaos, Musk still found time for the spotlight. He accompanied Trump to the Middle East in May, sat in on a combative meeting with South Africa's president, and continued his media rounds promoting SpaceX and Tesla. But the political magic had worn off. His $20 million attempt to sway a Wisconsin Supreme Court race failed spectacularly. His approval ratings plummeted, and even his iconic black MAGA hat, once worn proudly atop his son's head, wasn't enough to win back public favor. DOGE, in the end, was a cautionary tale, a bold experiment undone by political resistance, overpromises, and Musk's own gravitational pull toward controversy. Still, the mission continues. Trump insists the crusade to cut waste, fraud, and abuse lives on. But without Musk's force of nature persona, the bulldozer has stalled. The chainsaw is quiet now,